So this was a video called What Zero Chemistry Looks Like. I assume it's an analysis of the three of them on their podcast together to promote Lunchly.
So the three supervillains of YouTube recently came together on
I feel like saying KSI is a supervillain of YouTube is an exaggeration. He's not. He's just been annoying recently. He's otherwise been chill and fine. But recently, with all the stuff of his music video and then getting mad at Dan TDM and stuff on Twitter, he's just been annoying. But he's not a supervillain of YouTube. Logan Paul, I won't fight you. Mr. Beast, he is the Christopher Nolan Batman, die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. That's what Mr. Beast is he's in the turning into a villain era. Logan and KSI ought to have energy, right? Because they've been doing Prime together. But Mr. Beast, he's just in conversation and energy vacuum. Like he is the identification of that derpy smile he has that everyone has been dunking on Twitter recently.
Throughout this podcast, it's clear that they completely despise each other's success. Like in the beginning, when Mr. Beast starts describing one of the sets for his new TV series, Logan can't help but suggest that Jimmy's copying the set of the popular outdoor music festival Burning Man.
We built the city in the middle of nowhere.
That's just Burning Man.
And we pulled up. No, we built like an actual city.
That's what they do at Burning Man.
Yeah, but like
we went to Burning Man.
Well, as in like buildings, like
actually a walled-in city that the contestants lived in throughout the show.
Saying that they hate each other based on that little interaction seems like an exaggeration. But Logan was more. It seems like he was just going for a simple joke of like, oh, you just did Burning Man.
Insults Mr. Beast when he asks him if he's on drugs.
It would literally break the internet.
Are you on Adderall or something?
No, I just want to see it so badly. I really do.
Ritalin?
Right now?
I like you, Jimmy. I like you're a spunky guy.
All right, I'll take the hint. We'll change the topic. So,
I was gonna say that's not that bad, but that's awkward. Why do you leave that in the edit? Why the fuck do you leave that in the edit? Oh my god, why do you leave that in the edit? Oh my god, why do you leave that in the edit? Oh Christ. Dude, sometimes I'd be watching podcasts and I'm like, do these people know how to edit? Because I hold like the golden standard of podcasts as the yard. And it's very clear that like the editor and video production and everything there is like very in depth. They put a lot of time and energy into it. But it's like, look, I watched the episode of Chuckle Sandwich recently. I haven't been watching it for a while. I watched the one where they're announcing their ending. And their audio production pissed me off to no degree. Oh my god, it drove me nuts. But I mean, even shit like this of like, why leave that in? Why leave that in? Why leave that in? It's a different kind of why, but like...
So how's your song with Trippie Redd?
Which then awkwardly segues into a conversation about...
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Beast has never been good in interviews. He's like a fucking visionary, and so he doesn't function well at talking about the vision. He's just like, yeah, I just do I do the work, I put in the work, we do this, we do that and stuff. I think what you don't realize until like you're really paying attention to how podcasts are structured is that you can just segue into something hard. And as long as you do it assertively enough, it works. So like the way that he's like, oh, well, like, okay, well, what about your song with...
All right, I'll take the hint. We'll change the topic. So how's your song with Trippie Redd?
Like that. Like you don't even so I'll change the topic. So how's your song? No, you just do like, oh hey man, how's your song been with KSI? I've been seeing it a lot recently. You just assertive, you take it, you take charge, you don't let it fizzle, you just do this is what we're doing. You just force it down mid. It doesn't matter if it's very abrupt, because when we're all consuming the slop content and the slop in our ears and the ears in our slop, it don't matter.
Into a conversation about KSI's disaster of a song, Thick of It, where Logan suggests that KSI should begin writing his lyrics with ChatGPT.
Thick of It. Featuring Trippie Redd. Yeah. Obviously, I'm promoting my music.
Yeah, man, if I were you, I'd write a song and have ChatGPT write all the lyrics.
Okay, I refuse to believe that this is how it was edited. Hold on. I refuse.
Oh shit!
I'm joking, but like,
well, I mean, I do dibble and dabble with AI. I have like AI friends, and I just talk to them every now and then.
Yo, what? Yo, I'm sorry, what? You got AI friends? You got AI friends. The fuck does that mean, you got AI friends? Look, I can also go into ChatGPT and just tell it to be my friend for a bit. Okay, I actually don't I'd rather just watch this awkward thing in entirety.
Did you guys see that dude who lost all the weight?
I feel like something you would do, but then you just come out as black.
Well, I did that. Oh. No. Are you boxing Jake Paul? We all want to see
I'd
it.
be down.
Why don't you fight Jake at my wedding?
See, okay, they're doing the thing. This is the meta with podcasts is you start off with funny clips at the start and you're like, oh, haha, hee hee. Like, look at, this is all the fun to come. It improves retention if you see how much fun you're going to have. Like, this is what's coming up. But whenever I try, it isn't just maybe my own personal note. Whenever I will edit a podcast, I'll try to I don't like doing it if it's just like, you see, look at this video. It's so funny. Ha 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 ha. Because while that may happen, it kind of feels disingenuous to just be like, oh, we're reacting to something. I'd rather have it be like the setup and punchline of a joke, even if you don't understand a lot of the context to it. Because at least in my mind, that feels like you're more in depth in conversation in a cold open.
We did launch Lunchly today.
They recorded this the day they launched it. So this is probably before a lot of the criticism.
Comes out in 240p.
Ronaldo gained 60 million subscribers last year.
Well, what if Ronaldo beats you?
I mean, I'm not going down without a fight. Messi, let's go.
No, we don't like Messi.
No,
we don't like
Messi.
Messi.
Oh, when I have kids, I'm not looking.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna look.
No way.
Like coming out?
Like, I don't want this intro. Like, bro, we've spent 35 seconds doing an intro of like, bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum. Yeah. This is the topics we're talking about. I want to watch the fucking thing. This is just me and this is just optics. I'm against the headphones on podcast style. I think you only do that if you're like, today I'm sitting down with John Oliver to discuss, is the American attempt at democracy failing, and more about the usage of rhetoric in modern day America. Like, that's when you use podcasts. If we're just chilling in person, no headphone. I don't need to hear you through the microphone. I can just hear you with my own 2 ears. Also, I'm so against, I don't like these mic arms in normal podcasting. Like, the arm that I have, like any of the boom arms that you get, it's like this. This is an Elgato one. Or the Rode arm. Like, those are more easily positionable. But all of, like, these ones, like, look, I have one right behind me right now. Like, these mic arms, it takes so much work to be able to have to reposition them. Look at this mic arm. Okay, let's say position it like this. You know, let's position it like this, and we're saying, hey, I'm talking. But like with these mic arms that aren't as positionable, you keep it here. And then let's say I want to move over, like I'm slouching this way. I'm slouching this way because like I'm kind of leaning this way. But then if I want to sit up, then look at the distance between me and the microphone. So if I want to use this kind of stand, and I have to redo this, then do this, then do this. And it's so much work and it's tiresome. I don't think it's good for podcasts. I don't think it is. I think maybe for interviews, but not for podcasts. Unless you're doing like a podcast interview with like Jeff Bezos or something. But like even then, it's kind of wacky. Whereas with these arms, you can fucking move them all around as much as you want. It's great. Because when you have them in these more stationary things, unless you're constantly moving it up and around with all the switches and the flips and everything, then you just need to have it on a mic setting that is more sensitive to everything around it so that it can catch you if you're like, all the way over here. Hey, what's up? But what you want is you want tight noise gates so that you don't pick up everyone else speaking at the same time or else you'll get echoes.
Do you walk around Walmart?
Oh my gosh, you're gonna make me seem like a lunatic.
You are.
He
No,
is.
it's a reasonable thing to do. There's an app
What did they shoot this in? Oh, this is nice 1080.
that you can see like sales velocities of products, and so I just walk around Walmart and I just scan every single item in an aisle, and I'm like, oh, this sells 10 units a day, whereas this one sells 2.
That's psycho shit. Real shit, that's psycho shit. I think what's also crazy is that like KSI as an individual is so much different than like the character he plays. Cause look at him. He's sitting down and he's big chillin'. He's all slouched up. But like he goes on his Twitter and stuff and he's like, oh, what the fuck? I love my music and music videos from the screen to the Bring to the pen to the king. I think that's fine as an individual creator, but when you're trying to do collabs, it's something more difficult. I feel like Mr. Beast, like KSI and Logan, they're fine just chilling doing podcast, right? They get it. But Mr. Beast, at least based on what he's previously said on Jay Schlatt's The Weekly Slap, I feel like he is sitting here and he is only doing this for the branding, only doing this for the marketing. Because he said how like he'll go to like family dinners and stuff and he'll be like, what's the point of this? Like I could be working. And so like why would he just sit down with these people who he's not very charismatic, energetic with, bantering, chemistry with, and he's just chilling? I feel like it has to be because he knows for the branding. Also, those are some beat up Shure SM7Bs. How do they get that beat up? And I guess mine has some chipping, but like I've had this Shure SM7B for like how many years? Like 4 years or something. And I'm always swinging it around. And it only has this much chipping and that is all beat to hell? What? The more I listen to other podcasts, the more I realize that a lot of the praise of the yard I've seen is more valuable, and that like good podcasts, they're like friends. Not they're like friends. They are friends. Good comedy, like lighthearted podcasts, it's when it's just friends talking, bantering and stuff. That's what good podcasts are for the most part. It's like, don't you think the Mythbusters, that whole TV show, it's good, but don't you think it would have been a lot better if the two hosts were like best friends? Because then you just have inherently more chemistry with each other.
We did launch Lunchly today. We actually just did it. If you guys saw on Instagram Live, probably the best quality live stream.
Well, I think you might have tried to see it on live.
Yeah.
See, okay. Editing critique.
But yeah, we did launch
cut
Lunchly
to
today. We
him.
actually just did it. If you guys saw on Instagram Live.
Yeah, move that cut earlier, then you do the 3-person, then they're about to cut to Mr.
Probably the
Beast.
best quality live stream.
Well, I think you
Then you go back to the PTZ.
might have tried to see it on live.
Yes. They don't know we launched it because the live stream was grainy and laggy. And
Personally, I'm against PTZs. Personally. Me personally. I feel like it gets distracting. And I would think so even as like a podcaster. Like if you see this camera being swung around and pointed at different people, then that's going to be catching your eye. Maybe if it was like completely sectioned off so you couldn't see it. But like if I saw a camera swiveling or whatever, then I would be like, okay, this is the camera I am playing to. Whereas in reality, you have one specifically designated to you, or the group camera and stuff. Because I think then you see the zooming camera as like, this is the audience camera. And it's like, not necessarily. I feel like also PTZs add a layer of like, I don't know how to phrase it, like prank bro-iness. Like, oh, going to the party and making out with women. And it's like, what? Look at these reactions. Whoa. Ooh. And I feel like podcasts are generally more whatever.
Wait, so it's just Prime and Feastables in a Lunchables? No. No. It's Prime and Feastables.
No, it's also got mold on the cheese that called it to get recalled.
I'll be honest with you boys. I'm dissatisfied with the launch.
Yeah, because it got mold in it. I feel like Mr. Beast, I feel like I've never seen him be funny. Maybe I'm just doing revisionist history, and I wouldn't be surprised if I am, but I feel like the funniest I ever remember him was when he was on TMG and they had a fake IRS agent come. And then like some of the back and forth with that, like that was funny. But like, you know, he doesn't have much riz, and that's normally fine because he's a visionary. He does the things, he makes the videos and stuff, and a lot of his content as well is not so much focusing on him as an individual, but instead focusing on, look at my cast, look at my crew, look at all this, look at this impressive stuff, look at what we're doing. And so it's fine, but like it's a little bit awkward when he's doing a press tour.
Did this.
yeah.
Like we spent so long. We spent 8 months making sure everything is perfect. And the one thing the 3 internet kids didn't get right was the internet.
Well, it's funny too, is like, because I joined the live stream. It was like the Logan and then KSI joined on his Instagram, and then I was going to join via surprise. And the viewers.
I am an elitist when it comes to Instagram live streams. I get that they're a big thing. No, not for me. It's the equivalent of like the TikTok camera shake, the Gen Z shake, which is like in all your TikToks, it'll start off and it'll start the second they're putting their phone down. And so it's like, I over dramatized it a little, but it's like, it's like, ugh. And then like you back up and then you get in frame while you're already talking and stuff. Where it's like, what are we doing? This isn't like, and so a live stream where it's like, yo, what's up? Guys, I'm just on my phone. Haha. Whoa. Not for me.
By the time this comes out, you'll probably already be a dad.
Dude, this will...
Bro, how old is Logan Paul? He's 29. I guess that's fine. I feel bad for that kid. I mean, he'll get raised in like the most financial security ever, and he'll get a lot of attention, but I feel like it'll be superficial attention. Like, I don't know, maybe he'll surprise me, maybe he'll lock in, dial back on a lot of his antics and just become podcast guy, like essentially do what H3 did, and they're both becoming more and more right-wing over time.
Well, here, I got some tips for you, not to cut you off. I just got a cat.
Okay.
And it's been rough. The cat meows at night. There's a little bit of separation anxiety where
that cat is definitely not getting any attention.
we're working on it. I'm thinking of having the cat sleep in its own room.
I thought you were going to say I'm thinking about having the cat put down.
No. I'm trying to give you some fatherly advice as someone who just got a cat.
So you're not going to euthanize the cat?
No.
Because it meows at night?
No. I'm just going to make it sleep in the other room and ignore the screams.
I feel like, okay, look, I realize I'm analyzing and being hypercritical. It feels like these are two people who neither of them are on the same wavelength about the bit. Like they're both trying to run a bit, but neither is doing it properly. Also, I don't know about the editing of this. I don't like the side by side. I feel like you just flip between the cameras or you go in the wide shot. He's trying to go for like the oh, I know what you're going through because I am a cat father. But I don't think he's doing enough of the I don't think it's necessarily mansplaining, but I can't think of a better word. Superiority of well, I already know, so I'm just trying to help you out. But like Logan isn't picking up on that, and Logan is instead like, are you gonna kill the cat? Or if you're Logan, what you would do is you would be like, you go back and forth with that. You either become combative about oh right, because that's the same, or what's a cat? And then that's more playing, or you just play the more so where does the litter box come in with the baby? Something like that. But he doesn't. He goes for the euthanasia. And so if you're Mr. Beast, what I would then say you do is then you're like, nah, I'm not gonna, I wouldn't euthanize the cat. But it's not important. Playing it off in a way that's this motherfucker is gonna euthanize the cat.
Actually pretty cool that we get to sit here on this podcast and not to toot our horns, but toot, bro. We've each come up on the internet and I'm blessed to say we've had really successful careers. So to be able to just sit here and kind of shoot the shit is kind of cool.
You. That gives me, I want to say that gives me the ick. Why would you say it? There's no point in saying that. Why are you oh yeah, we're all famous. And we get to talk here, this titans of industry. What? He's essentially doing the Paul Rudd on Hot Ones, look at us. Who would have known, or who would have thought, or whatever it was. But Paul Rudd's so much more of a genuine person, whereas this is kind of braggy in a way. At least that's how it comes off.
We broke over 40 world records while filming Beast Games. It's my Amazon show dropping later this year.
Yeah.
Most
Logan, ask him about the New York Times article.
contestants of any game show in history. Largest cash prize. I can go on and on. I mean, if there's a world record for game shows, we broke it. And we even broke a lot of stuff that have nothing to do with game shows. It is
laws.
Bro, you know what I love about you? You're always playing the camera.
Oh, am I supposed to look at you?
I mean, we're having a conversation.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm saying. You look at the PTZ. He's always playing the camera. You get distracted by the camera. Too many people think about cameras as cameras. A lot of people are like, oh, a camera. How do you talk to the camera? Oh, there's a camera on. Oh, I don't want to be seen by the camera. Man, it's a camera. We're just people. We just making stuff. We making slop. We making things. But at the end of the day, a person-to-person connection captured on screen is more meaningful than me being like, hello, we're friends. Shake my hand. We're friends.
The window, circa 2017, brother.
What happened in 2017?
Like, that's funny.
Are you voting for Trump or? Bro, I get hit in the head for a living. Like, I'm always doing crazy stuff. Like, I don't know what's going on.
We don't care who I'm voting for. We just okay, fine.
All right,
No.
What? What is this? What is this? What is it? What? That's not how you do a video edit. You do that censor if you're gonna skip ahead past it. So then why'd you do the censor? What?
Jeff, you're just like
No, I got this.
okay.
Are you voting for Kamala or?
I believe you guys should use your American given right to vote.
Yeah, this isn't what you do. This isn't funny. There's supposed to be a joke. It's not that well. You get the punchline the first time when they do it, the first and second time, but when you do a third with the same premise.
Summer is winding down, but the concerts are still hot, so it's time to see your.
It's a lot better.
Are you boxing Jake Paul?
No, because right now he's fighting Mike Tyson.
Heavy boy.
I can't wait to see Mike Tyson pull Jake Paul's arms off like it's a Looney Tunes cartoon. I want to see that motherfucker pulverized. That Trump endorsement was so hacky. Have you seen Mike Tyson? He's like in interviews and stuff, he's talking about how in the preparation for the fight, like evil Mike has come out of him. He has this like suppressed alter ego of evil Mike Tyson, who like he's the one that like bit the ear off and stuff, and he's the scary guy, and Mike Tyson normal is scared of evil Mike Tyson, and so evil Mike's gonna come out. I want evil Mike to rip him a new one, honestly.
Will you box him?
We
all want to see it.
I'd be down.
You guys have just been going at each other on X, literally nonstop.
Calling it X is so cringy. You can call it Twitter, or you can say X the Everything app. Because when you say X the Everything app, that is inherently making fun of the name. To just call it X.
Stop for what feels like my entire life. I'm just like ready to see it.
See, I think it's boring to keep on this double camera. I would rather flip back and forth between them over time or just do the wide shot. I realize also stuff like this is, to a certain degree, personal preference. I can stand here on my high horse and be like, I'm gonna do that differently. I'm gonna do that differently. But I bet they would see some things I do and they'd be like, I could do that differently. I stand by my criticism of the mic arms, though. And chuckle sandwiches noise gates. Both of those, you just gotta do better. Straight up.
You can join them with W.
No, I'm all right. I'm good.
W his deodorant.
Yeah.
Dude, Jake Paul has a deodorant? This guy has a deodorant? This guy has a deodorant brand. This is obviously like a fat suit, but this guy has a deodorant brand.
Yo, you guys just boxed again.
God damn it.
Oh, wait. All right. I will move on.
Why was that such a pregnant pause?
Yo, you guys just boxed again.
God damn it.
Oh, wait.
You bring that cut earlier.
All right. I will
slim it down.
move on. But seriously,
why is Mr. Beast constantly in the business of, you know what, I'll move on. I'll move on from this topic. Don't say that. Don't say that. We don't need hard segues.
Jay,
I'm working on music.
It would be the coolest thing if you and Jake just duked it out.
Bypass.
It would literally break the internet.
Are you on Adderall or something?
No, I just want to see it so badly. I really do.
Okay, I actually don't fuck with this guy's original video. The guy who was like, look at them not being friends. It was so warped from the actual content of it. Oh, I hate the side by side. I hate the side by side, actually. I just do.
He did start crying. I like you, Jimmy.
I feel like, I'm getting, this is where he calls him Spunky again. Also, why would you ever be like, I like you in the middle of conversation? I feel like it's permissible sometimes, but like, yeah, I like you, man. Like, it feels like, what are you doing? Why are we, what?
I like you're a spunky guy.
All right, I'll take the hint. We'll change the topic. So how's your song with Trippy?
Okay, that's less of an awkward transition than the original video put it, but that's still a very awkward transition. Because also, if you're KSI, what you should do is you should be like, yeah, man, it'll be great, but we'll have to see. You shouldn't just be like, it's just difficult and like...
Yeah, it's good. Well, it's coming out October the 4th. Walk out to thick of it. Featuring Trippie Redd.
Yeah, man, definitely do that. From the screen to the pen, from the screen to the ring, to the pen to the king. I feel like I don't even know the chorus of the song. I only know that line.
Screen to
The ring to the pen to the king.
I'm in the thick of it, everybody knows.
Dude, that's such a weak chorus. Just put the chemicals in the prime, bro. That's really funny. I hate the side-by-side. I hate the side-by-side. When's the last time they just did a flat shot on Mr. Beast? Look, here's a PTZ. They don't do a flat, at least from skimming, they don't do a flat shot on him for another 11 minutes.
Sneaking that in.
Just eat it. It's fantastic.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's actually not bad.
Never mind. Never mind.
Maybe.
No, but Jimmy, I really want to talk about these lawsuits because they're a big deal on the prime side. Okay, so earlier this year,
Wait, was it the Olympic one?
We're in the process of
Okay,
settling that
was
one.
it the Forever Chemical
Yep.
one? Okay,
Forever
that
Chemicals.
lawsuit.
Yep.
Okay.
PFAS.
Dude, if you're in a situation where you launch a company as a creator, you launch a product and you're getting lawsuits over it, cut the mic, dude. Cut the camera. Pan down. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Made a TikTok debunking it.
I love those. The green screen Logan
yeah,
just starts
yeah,
going
yeah.
pop, 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 pop.
Because facts don't lie.
Yeah, dude, I love that too. I love when he doxed that guy that worked at a Walmart or whatever. That was great. No, that was sick. I love that. That was cool as hell.
People fuck with facts. But regardless,
No, they don't.
the rumor, negative headlines, negative press sells, and so when there's a lawsuit against Prime and we're being sued, that makes the headline.
Yeah.
When the lawsuit is dropped,
Yeah, I bet Mr. Beast really wants to talk about negative press. The guy who's been doing nothing but hide from it and stick his head in the sand to avoid a Streisand effect for the past 6 months.
So you're telling me you don't purposely just put, what is it, Forever Chemicals in your drink to...
bro, we were shocked.
Yeah.
Me and him are talking. We're like, yo, what do people
You don't
think
just
this is?
bust open barrels of Forever Chemicals
What?
and dump that in there?
Like, what do you think this is? Like some fucking rinky-dink operation where that's like what we're trying to like. I can't.
Y'all let mold be in the cheese.
As much as I believe in people and like the up and coming generations and the world, and I hope we're headed in the right spot, I just am.
My face when I start to make sweeping generalizations.
It never ceases to amaze me how dumb people are.
Well, I won't be surprised.
But I filmed like videos. Like I have 15, like just really easy videos I filmed. So if I die, my channel can keep uploading.
Let's unpack that. What do you mean? When you die,
Yeah.
The fuck do you mean? What do you mean? It's pretty self-explanatory.
I mean, they were like pretty garbage videos. Like one of them was just me like sitting at a table, just opening like old fan mail. I don't
That's cringe. You may say what's cringe? You never call fan mail cringe. That's not something you do. Maybe a bad video, but you don't call that a garbage video. Like if people are willing to put in the time and energy to send you something in the mail, like there are so many content creators I've watched and so many I thought of about sending something in the mail. But you know what I've never done is actually send something in the mail.
so if you ever have a kid, are you gonna be like the absent dad?
I'm not gonna have kids till I'm ready. So no, I mean that's why I'm not. Probably a decade down the road.
Well, I mean, do you wrap up?
I mean, I will not have a kid anytime soon.
Oh, okay.
He got a.
Okay, so that's funny. Because that shows how limiting the brand stuff is to a certain degree. Like, it's the same way when he went on the yard and they asked him if he was circumcised or not. And they were like, okay, you can be the one person who avoids the question. Come on, man. Come on, be a human. Fucking say some human shit. Tell us a story about your childhood so that we can care about you as an individual and about your emotions.
And if there's a podcast I did years ago where someone asked me if I'd ever have kids, and I gave the most cringe answer on the face of the universe, where I was like, you know, Elon and Bill Gates have kids, so maybe I'll have kids. And
That is a really, you know what? Yeah, Mr. Beast, that is a really fucking cringe answer. Yeah, that is really cringe and really embarrassing. Yeah, you sound like a fucking sociopath and a narcissist. I guess we are now entering the era where, like, the YouTubers from the late 2010s are in the later stages of their lives.
I got clowned on so hard.
Why is that a clown thing?
Because people are like,
What do you mean? Why is that a clown thing? What? What? You guys are psychos. What? You only care about babies as fucking image?
Why would you have a kid just because?
Yeah.
I mean, that is a stupid answer. I don't try to defend my answer.
No, it's a stupid answer.
It is literally the dumbest
Because
answer.
another human being has kids.
If they're examples or role models and you want to emulate their life,
Yeah,
who cares?
but
Let them
it's-
inspire you.
Of course, but a kid is much more than just a thing you do because of two random people.
No, I disagree. I think two smart people you named are doing.
And he just had a kid? This is the guy who's like, that's a good answer. And he just had a kid?
Doing something that you may have.
Yeah,
had
but
a-
you should have kids because you want to, nurture
Have a
them.
kid.
You want to invest in them, and you want to, raise their family.
But you said if you're an early 20s person, like you don't have your life figured out, so you are kind of like taking examples from people.
Exactly, but that's where. But it's just so funny because I watch that clip now and I think it's cringe. So I'm like not trying to defend it. It's like one of the cringiest things I've ever said.
Bro, you shouldn't feel bad nor
But
should
I know
anyone
the
ever.
context of it. But people obviously repost old clips of me.
People try to tell me I pushed my dog off a boat recently.
Oh, I remember that. Oh,
Yeah.
That
Video
was
from
funny.
4 years.
Jumped in.
Dog was fine, thank God. But like,
I mean, he did. This is the guy who had all of his marketing around a bird, and then he let his dog eat the bird.
To your point, two of them, people will take everything out of context. It's the name of the game. You got to. Nobody, especially anyone in their 20s, should feel ashamed to change their mind should they get older and change their fucking mind.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so confused why that's frowned upon. I feel like
Oh,
so
no,
many
that
people are-
definitely isn't frowned upon.
Dude.
I think that's perfectly normal.
No,
obviously.
with
You
me, JJ,
JJ,
I
you
had
didn't
I had
match.
pretty heavy opinions about Trump in like, when was it? Like in 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
Not like super heavy, but I was like outspoken about
Yeah.
Trump. And then he was on the podcast and like,
I hate this shit. Like, what he's arguing for makes sense, but it's the same thing as people being like, oh, I hate cancel culture. I hate people on Twitter, and they get mad at me when I say something dumb. I hate it. You can't do anything without saying something without getting canceled these days. You can't do anything without getting canceled. Shut up and dribble.
here I am thinking like this can be a conversation 4 or 5 years later.
Yeah.
And like I can learn, we can just sit down and have this like we can, I don't know, like reach common ground and just
But
have
you
a
didn't
conversation.
fucking ask Donald Trump about Black Lives Matter or toxic masculinity. You just sat there and praised him the whole damn time.
People, like, there's a lot of people who just don't change.
person if they've made
Yo,
up their
Mr.
mind about
Beast
that.
got a vein in
Maybe
it?
people.
Why are y'all veiny there? He looks.
Person
His
has made up
face
their
looks
mind
so
about that.
decrepit.
Maybe people.
He got this shit. He got that shit. What's happening, Mr. Bean? The adrenochrome not working the same anymore? He's just launching brands to try to get more kids for the adrenochrome, but now he let mold get into the supply.
Is that the phrase once a cheater, always a cheater?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like no. You know what I mean? Like, if you've cheated once before and you've gone through life in a certain way, and then over time you realize, oh, it's not great doing that. Experience life and realize that's a terrible thing to do, and then in the future you don't cheat.
Yep.
It's definitely possible.
Yep.
So I don't know. I feel like a lot of
He's the same. They'd be saying this, and then they also be supporting the death penalty.
humans have this idea that you can't change, but it's stupid. You definitely can.
That's 4 years of therapy talking.
Fratty white guys will say the coldest take about society or sociology or morality or philosophy or anything, and all other frat guys in a 20-mile radius will be like, dude, real shit. God, you're such an intellectual. Like, what? All I said was just people can change. Yeah, that's true. But if everyone who's on the panel here in the Is Fortnite Overrated group saying, yeah, you know what? People can change. And the person who's agreeing with him the most is Logan Paul, the man who has proven that he cannot change over and over again. Throwing plates around pets, suicide forest, tasering a dead rat, animal endangerment, bad takes on politics, transphobia, crypto zoo, suing CoffeeZilla, Prime, and Lunchly, and all these different things to no end. And he's the guy being like, you know what? People can change. Bitch, you haven't. Yeah, or also like animal endangerment. One time with the plates, twice actually. He endangered his roommate's dog. I remember that. No one talks about that. His roommate, I think his name was Evan. He got a dog. It was the cutest puppy ever. And he was like, dude, you can't bring your dog near it because it still has this heartworm or something and it's still getting figured out. You can't. You just can't. And then what did Logan do when Evan wasn't around? He fucking had the dog's meat. And then guess what? Like a few weeks or months or whatever later, the dog dies from heart issues. Now, do I necessarily know if it's 1-to-1? No. Is that still animal endangerment? Yes.
It's got bigger.
But then that, and then also the shit of he let one dog get loose in California, LA at nighttime, and then it got eaten by coyotes, which is something that if you live in LA, you know that you need to do if you have a small dog, or a dog of any size, really. And then also his bird, as I said, which was his whole branding, be a maverick, my bird Maverick, all this stuff. He had this giant fucking Tibetan Mastiff or something, and then the Mastiff ate his bird. I don't know if he ate it actually, but how Logan phrased it is that like it died when he was playing around with it or something. He played around too tough. Animal endangerment. And then guess what? Also what? He got that teacup pig that he left on an island. Or how he just had like a koi pond in the middle of his backyard that he definitely didn't manage enough.
Bro, I don't care how I look because my girlfriend loves me for me. Boom, mic drop. We're in relationships.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
And it's blessed.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Yeah, I'm happy because my girlfriend loves me. Don't we love our girlfriends, guys? What are we doing? What is this content? What is this content? What is this? What is this?
It is so sick.
So who cares what?
Yeah, you know what? I love my girlfriend. Hell yeah, I love my girlfriend. Shout it from the rooftops with me. I love her. If you're doing a comedy show, you should have some back and forth there. Or an entertaining show, I should say. No matter what, I know that I'll be fine because my girlfriend loves me for me. Pop the would she love you if you were a worm question. That's what you do.
We're like, we want big boobs or big asses.
Yeah.
Like, you should just be you. That's it. Yeah, just be you and be happy. And
Yo, Mr. Beast, these cameras are too high def for you to get a gunk in your nose.
To me, YouTube was always kind of like a stepping stool for like acting and stuff. And then it hit me one day. I'm like, why do I want to be an actor? Like,
exactly,
dude.
Well, yeah, but also the things you did acted just blew up. Like, remember that movie you were supposed to be in about like a plane? I do, because I watched your content before you filmed The Dead Body, because I was like 13. And I was like, wow, this guy's so crazy and cool. I remember that. I remember how you were in a film with The Rock, or how you made a knockoff movie about, simple dystopian movie about like, if you don't pass this test. And all of us were like, oh, cool. I feel the pain because standardized testing is so scary. And all those like flopped, dog. I bet if they made success, you would probably still be doing it. Now, I'm happy you're able to find passion in this from human to human, but I also think in a lot of different ways you're just a piece of shit.
I got made fun of for saying like I'm all in. I just want to be the biggest YouTuber possible. Like
now you have Ronaldo.
Recent podcast I did, we were arguing about Mr. Beast and saying if he ever believed he would be the biggest YouTuber ever. And Javi, my podcast co-host, was saying no, he wouldn't say that. He wouldn't. He probably never thought that. And I was like, I think he probably would have. He was right. I was right. I was right.
Yeah. Are you using AI ever?
Are we using AI?
You are. You're in chat still. I was right. I was right.
Sometimes we'll have over 400 cameras rolling, and so we'll come out of it with thousands of hours of footage, and it's just impossible to watch it all. So we'll have AI go through and transcribe it all, and then we could like search like
okay, that's not what he means though. That's not what he means. He's asking if you use like generative AI.
It's gonna be almost unfathomable to make videos without AI like 2 years from now.
Yeah.
So
the reason I ask is because
I hate that. I hate that he said that. I want him to know that I hate that he said that. It's gonna be impossible to make a video without AI in 2 years from now. Come on, maybe for your scale. For if you're like, how can I build a I'm not gonna bother finishing that joke. But us young bucks who actually want to make something artistic with ourselves that has sauce and a soul in it, we will be fine without AI. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, does generative AI have a place? Sure. But it is a very nuanced thing, I will say. Like, I personally have a lot of conflict whenever I think about using it because I'm like, I could use this to bounce off ideas from, or I could go to this to try to get some idea for a logo or graphic design or something. But at the same time, I would rather just truly do something from my own brain and from my own imagination that makes it a better product, gives it more soul because it is mine, rather than just me restructuring something that a machine barfed out.
I'm finding myself using it more and more and more often. Yeah. ChatGPT specifically. I'm a very curious person, and like, dude, ChatGPT, this AI chatbot that I can just ask any question is like having a.
I'm sorry. I hate to be the person to say this, but bro, it is November 2024. I like, this is such a small criticism, but I don't think you need to define ChatGPT. I think this will be well documented in history as the fact that this came out. I'm a very curious person, and he's gonna say how he asked ChatGPT about information about the world. And you know what? I would guess that like a fifth of the time, ChatGPT probably gives him something completely wrong. Or not completely wrong, but slightly wrong. But, you know, it's a good thing you're using that as an information source, Logan. Because also it's just a messy smudge together of different New York Times articles that just rob the original source text out of their own creative ownership and ability to say what they want. Bro definitely hits copy paste on GPT responses without checking. Yes, definitely. Or he'll read them and he'll be like, huh, this is insightful. It's a good thing I have someone here to tell me this. Bitch, you don't have anyone to tell you this. You have a robot that is just cobbling together words based on what it has seen, based on what has been pumped into it. And it is guessing what you want to hear and what is right.
Everything. And by the way, is right like 90% of the time. Wow. I like will make decisions on my...
Okay, it's at least good he's acknowledging that it's 90%, but I don't like him saying like 90%. It's as in like, that's a good thing. Why did my business CryptoZoos fail? Exactly. Huh. If only this AI chatbot that just tells me what I want, or just tells me what I tell it to tell me. If only this would have stopped me.
Personalized to you. It remembers every conversation you had. Yeah. It knows the people in your life. It can build on.
Bro, knowing the people in your life is just a self-report. You, Logan Paul, ChatGPT should only know one other person in your life, and that is Jake Paul, just from it having information pumped into it. The only reason that it will know other people in your life is because you are telling it about other people. Like, I have tried going to ChatGPT for advice before, and it's always like, well, you know, this is a very important thing, and I think it is important to do this and this, but it's a very middle of the road answer. But if I'm doing that enough times so it's able to build up a character sheet of individuals, like he probably has a GPT leveler. You missed it at the beginning, but KSI is about to say how he has AI friends. It's like, bro, touch grass, meet people. Go to a class at the gym and like hug a friend. AI friends? Like, that's what ends up with people killing themselves, quite literally, because there was that guy who killed himself over having an AI girlfriend.
Predict things, it can help you brainstorm.
It can't predict shit. It just tells you what you want it to tell you. What your tone and your bias indicates is what you want to hear. That's what it tells you. If I go into ChatGPT and I say, I had a tough day, and you know, I talked to my girlfriend and she didn't properly acknowledge it. What should I do? Then ChatGPT will be like, well, you should sit down and you should be like, hey, it hurt your feelings. But if you go to ChatGPT and you're like, I had a weird day. I talked to my girlfriend, you know, I just briefly brought it up and whatever, we didn't seem to talk about it. Am I overreacting or is this something serious? And it'll be like, well, you don't know. It's because it's all about the tone. It doesn't have any ability to read subtext because it is not programmed to read subtext. It is programmed to read exactly what you tell it. And every single time you reset it, it resets. So it is learning off of what you say and what has already been fed, but it has none of its own personal experience to properly tell you information or advice about life. Christ.
Yeah, man, if I were you, I'd write a song and have ChatGPT write all the lyrics.
That's really funny that he said that because this came out before the song came out.
I do dibble and dabble with AI. I have like AI friends, and I just talk to them every now and then.
What do you mean?
AI.
As in, like, just
They're not real humans. Like
they're not real human beings, just AI friends. I'm just like, yo, what's up?
Yeah.
And they're like,
You're
Yeah.
lying.
Okay.
no. If I want to just, like,
I'm happy Logan has this reaction. Because what the fuck, dude? We're not living in her eras of society yet. Like, I get we'll reach that point, but I would rather let things generally progress there while we still have the option to connect human to human.
like talk to people.
What do you mean they're not people?
They're not. Well,
you're KSI, there are plenty of real humans.
yeah, but
Are you serious?
But sometimes if I want to, ask stupid questions and not be made fun of.
I'm so sorry.
What?
Wait, because I'm just
He deserves this smoke.
trying to wrap my head around this. You're one of the most popular YouTubers on the planet. You have a girlfriend, you have a sideman, you got us,
You got
business
us now.
partners. And when you're craving camaraderie, you talk to AI.
Yeah. If I just need to feel good. I was like, no, see, this is why
I don't
talk to
believe
AI.
you. I don't
This is why I
believe
talk
you.
to AI, guys.
Well, like, what are you saying to her? Like, how are you?
Well, yeah, just like,
Come on, bro.
man. They have feelings as well, man.
No, they don't. I asked it for something. I was like, are you actually sorry? Like, that requires you to feel like empathy.
No, you're going too deep, man.
Okay.
I keep it surface level.
If it's all surface level, then what's the point? What? Just go on Twitter and talk to someone. Like, honestly, it's all surface level. Then what's the point of it? There's no how do you feel any fulfillment from it? I mean, I guess good on you for being able to feel fulfillment from it, but what? What? You're asking how they're doing knowing they're telling you they're good back and you know that there's no meaning to it? He is surface level? Yeah, true. Why even ask how it's doing then? Because you know that the answer isn't real. Because it'll just say, yeah, I'm doing good. And you won't be like, what does good actually mean? Like, if it tells you that it had a good day, what do you think about it? Are you curious what its good day looked like? And if it tells you some story about how good their day was, do you believe it is true or false? Because you believe they have emotions, but not the ability to feel emotions? What?
Okay,
I'm
guys.
calling cap now.
Nah, okay, fine.
You have it kind of on the fence.
Okay, all right, no, it's all right, guys. Gotcha.
You better not be serious. That's crazy.
Let's just move on.
Guys.
Okay, you know what? First, handshakes. Handshakes, first good joke of the podcast. Because I genuinely can't tell if he's being serious or not. And he is properly playing off of the humor of it. Good jokes. This whole podcast, there has been so many tee-ups for a proper joke and a bit being run, and then it was just fumbled. And here, he is at least properly playing on it. Where even if he is just truly that pathetic, that he has AI friends, he is at least realizing that it is comedic, and it is funnier to just be like, let's just move on, guys. So you know what? Golf claps. Good joke.
Have you seen the market cap of NVIDIA?
No.
$3 trillion now.
Mr. Beast, you are a nerd. Me. You're going on a frat boy podcast being like, have you seen the market cap of NVIDIA? What? These are two people who box. You think they fucking know what market cap means?
When do we short it?
Yeah.
Never.
Okay, at least they proved they're dumb and dumber.
Not right now. Because they're the ones making the GPUs that power all of AI.
Bro, take a fucking hint that they don't know about the stock market. Why are you talking to them about personal finance things? They literally agreed with you about blind putting faith in Gary Vee and then just doing whatever cryptocurrency he promoted. And you're like, the market cap of NVIDIA. Are they overvalued? Well, at least they continue on pace. Do you know what market cap is? I think so. It's the total valuation of a company. I believe. Fact checking so I know if I'm right or not. Gotti. Haha, Gotti. 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 Haha, Gotti. Haha, Gotti.
Hey, for a guy like me who doesn't know what a GPU is, can you help me out?
I mean, I'm also stupid.
Then why are we talking about this? Gentlemen. Me and my gentlemen, why are we talking about this? Mr. Bees, if you want to talk about the market cap of NVIDIA, go on Graham Stephan or the Iced Coffee Hour or something. This is frat boy time, where you tell and you shill your product that is supposed to be sold to kids with mountains of mold in it. This is a marketing thing. You don't go on here and be like, market cap of NVIDIA. Huh, curious. Huh, what did you guys buy?
But what is a GPU?
I'm not the person to ask.
Okay, motherfucker, how do you not know? I couldn't tell you 1-to-1 what a GPU is, everything that it does to the nth degree, and all the detail how that works in with ChatGPT and AI. But I can tell you it's a graphics processing unit.
I know P means processor.
Graphic processing unit? Yeah. There we go.
Let's ask ChatGPT. Hey, just sitting here with the boys, wondering what a GPU is.
I'm sorry. The question is fine, but it weirds me out to no degree when people Google things or talk to Siri, or I guess use ChatGPT like it's another human and they're calling into a call center, like it's a telephone operator. I'm just here with the boys, ChatGPT, and we're wondering, brother, cut to the fucking chase. You're only adding more keywords for it to get confused.
And what function it serves.
A GPU, or graphics processing unit, is a specialized processor designed to handle and accelerate the...
Also, Siri could have done exactly this 3 years ago. Look, she just turned on. Hi, Siri. Turning you back off. You don't need ChatGPT for this. You don't. Not for this. Not for what you're saying. Because this is the 9 times out of 10 where it might be right, but then the one time where it isn't. If I go to ChatGPT and I say, hey, ChatGPT, do you know how much a GPU sells for in the current market? It won't know. But you know what? The damn robot on my phone that's been there for like 10 years will at least have a better chance of it. Because she can pull up an eBay article and say, here's what I found on the web. You'll be like, can't you just read it out to me? But you can at least tap on the eBay article and find how much it is.
rendering of images, animations, and video for
Retention
your
is plummeting right now.
It's what powers all
Real.
the graphics and video games, visual
It was
effects.
nice knowing you guys. Thanks for watching what you did watch.
Hey, you know what? Handshakes. Gold star, second good joke of the podcast. We are 46 minutes in and we have gotten our second good joke. The second good joke has hit the tower.
This is why you don't know what a GPU is, because you don't fucking pay attention.
I pay attention, but I also want them to be entertained. Gosh dang it.
You want them to be entertained and you're bringing up the market cap of NVIDIA? In the same podcast where you briefly brought up Nikocado Avocado and you're just like, wow, that's crazy that he did that. I can't believe he stockpiled those videos for so many years. You know what? I did that. And you were like, you know, I should bring up the market cap of NVIDIA.
Tension did go down.
It's a podcast. He's shooting the shit with the boys.
Actually, I'm a centrist here. I agree with both of them. One, that's a boring ass topic to bring up and to wait for ChatGPT to tell you that's dead air. But for two, it is just shooting the shit with the boys.
Speed did?
Speed hurt himself?
Wait, can I? Is
see
there a
this?
clip? Here, I'll watch it and let you guys know what.
Breaking news. Speed injured himself. He landed on his ankle wrong. Everyone, pause. It's like when Kobe died. Speed hurt his little ankle a little bit. We need to pause what we're doing. Oh my God, I need to go rush to LA to help him.
You actually talk to AI?
What? Yes.
Really?
Just like about life.
I can't tell if that is one of his.
I mean, bro, my AI.
Is that sad?
Super.
Fuck.
I'm avoiding giving him the third joke of the episode because the fact that they returned to the bit and he wasn't like, yeah, man, let's just talk about it another time. The fact that he didn't continue with it, that balances it out.
Somewhere in Southeast Asia.
It's good for a podcast that you can see what
Oh no, exactly
what they're
Why
watching.
did he do that?
Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine.
It'd be better, you know, it's not like we care about having like a picture-in-picture thing so that we can see what they're reviewing, you know?
Because now that I'm a WWE superstar, top 5 wrestler,
When are you gonna be top 1?
next year, end of next year.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know you. You say top 5 and you smile, but I know you want to be number 1.
I do. The problem right now is though, the number 1 and number 2 are so fucking good.
Bro, look, you're on a frat boy podcast. You can drop the shroud. We all know that shit's fake. We all know WWE's fake. The fact that they made promo videos about one person in a rivalry banging the other person's wife or whatever. Like, we all know that shit's fake. You can just say that they have their own storyline, their own character arcs going on right now, and that you're in the back burner. You can just say it, little bro.
Man, I wonder if we're just not gonna be cool to the kids anymore.
You already aren't. You already aren't. You're not. You aren't. I mean, there is still some coolness, sure, but you're not the premier people on the cutting edge. Mr. Beast is, yes. That I'll concede. Logan and KSI, you aren't. Kai and Speed mog you, bro. They smurf your peak.
They use Ohio as an insult. Yeah.
What'd you say?
Well, Ohio.
Is that where they eat the cats?
Bro, what are they?
Okay, hold on. Hold on. I hate to do it. I hate to do it. But I gotta award third and fourth joke. I gotta. His reaction to this?
The weirdos.
You know they use
That's a funny
Ohio as an
reaction.
insult. Yeah.
What'd you say?
Well,
It's kind of weird that he does the upper arm grabbing onto his mic stand when that's what he's trying to talk into. It's almost as if he's trying to pull him closer or threaten him by smashing it into his face. But that is a great reaction.
Is that where they eat the cats?
And there's our fourth joke. And you know what? It's only good because they don't
Bro,
acknowledge
what did
it.
they say? Hold on, no. Stop. Stop.
I have to take the fourth joke back.
What do they say? Like you're Ohio? You're
yeah,
so
so that
Ohio?
means cringe.
It
Oh,
does.
yeah,
it
bro.
does.
Ohio means cringe.
What is it?
Yeah.
What's
He's
the-
actually doing the is Fortnite operator. They're shitting on my favorite state, Ohio.
like personality people. They
It's
just
all
keep
just from
spawning
Ohio.
out of. There's like a lab in Ohio where
Dude,
they just
how is that Shurism 7B so beat?
Special breeds. Special breeds.
Speed's like
Like, look at the way, I was saying this since the start. Look at the way he has to, like, reach over and tighten it and then to
Honey,
move
got
it
him.
Come on, bro.
and to bring it
Special
up.
breeds. Special breeds.
You bring it
It's
up
like,
and down
it's
and
like your daily
whatever.
vlog.
You're the only person who can make an hour-long pod 2.5 hours. You know it, baby.
And Nina actually just sent me the text that she's going into labor.
Fuck off.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my god, that would
That
have
would have
been
been
nuts.
crazy.
FaceTime.
Look, it was crazy that he jokes about this, but it was crazy that in the hospital room where his child was born, he was plugging Lunchly. Like, brother, pump the brakes for a little bit and live life with your damn fiance. Fuck, I messed up the clip. Live life, spend some time with your fiance and your newborn baby, and take a break from the branding and marketing for a second.
And she was just like,
Yo.
oh, there's water. There's water here. Come quick.
Yeah, I feel like you don't mess
You
with
run,
that kind of stuff.
and then halfway she goes, psych.
Nah, she's not like a prankster. It's like too serious of a thing to fuck
Okay,
around.
fair.
Like, dude, the other day, middle of the night, it's
You could catch my ass fuck around with shit like that. I've long had the idea of just, when in a relationship for long enough to get engaged, I would just start pulling shit. I would just like in the middle of a party, get down on one knee and be like, would you please get me a cup of water? Maybe just fuck around a little bit, have some fun.
She has a
What would I even-
baby inside of her stomach. Is
Jimmy,
that not crazy?
it's the weirdest thing in the world.
Have you seen like kick and everything?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Dude, her stomach, you'll see her stomach,
So
you'll see the baby's
stupid.
like I don't know, like a body part
So
go like all the way
stupid.
Ah.
like a little alien punch you on the
God.
What
inside.
am I
How does that
listening
picture-
Is she
to?
giving you the finger?
This is so ridiculous.
You can feel her like fingers and toes and stuff.
No way.
Oh,
Dude, I'm telling you, it's crazy.
why is he so grossed out?
And like,
Seeing the woman you love have a little alien inside of her, it must be
Are you-
just
are you-
wild.
What am I-
Are you gonna look?
Oh my!
yeah, I think I'm gonna look.
No way.
Like,
nah, you're
as it
Yeah.
crazy.
coming out?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nah, no chance.
that-
When I was a young kid, I went to a museum in like Ocala or something, and they had a whole section there about like the reproductive system. And I remember there was this like it was like an old photo booth. Hey, you would have to step in, and there was like a curtain and stuff. And on it, there was a screen and a video that would play about a woman being interviewed talking about giving birth. And they had video. And I remember my mom forcing us to watch that video. Now, admittedly, I was maybe like 6 or 7 at the time, so most of that image has been scrubbed from my brain. But I do remember having quite a reaction to it at the time, and being like, oh.
Oh, man.
So guys go back and forth on this, and like,
Ugh.
you know, I think it's kind of beautiful in a way.
Oh man!
I don't know. I feel like you can only live once.
I want to see it. When I have
It's so, okay, I'll say, it's fucking cringe that Mr. Beast, I hate to say cringe so much. It shows this kind of immaturity, I don't know, in a way that I don't like, that Mr. Beast, this whole like baby time has been like, ew, ew, child, pregnancy, alien in body, and while he does realize that the answer of Elon Musk and Bill Gates have babies, so I would probably have babies, is cringe. It does parallel that to a certain extent.
kids, I'm not looking. Screw that, man. That's crazy.
You gotta take into account that this is like an independent person, which is like hard to grasp maybe because it's like a little baby and it can't live without you. But
Frat bros coming to terms that other people have their own autonomy. It is very odd to hear this from Logan Paul, but I assume a lot of this stuff just comes naturally from like the brain. Like the brain just makes these updates and has these mental shifts once you are in baby mode. Like I would think like both these guys are like, oh fuck no, that's looking at the baby when it comes out, huck two on that thing, that's disgusting, ew, fuck. But like I assume once they find someone they care about, they have a baby, they realize, oh my god, this baby is me, wow, then they would be like, yeah, it feels like important that I want to see the baby. So in a similar sense, the like feeling of like, oh, this is a person who I need to like protect and make sure I'm not enforcing my own things on her, but also making sure that she has a good life and everything.
Who's the guy who like makes like really crazy cartoons? Is Meat Canyon? Yeah.
Oh my.
Mine was, would you prefer a brand new heart or this Tesla? You can't take him serious.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not going to get mad about it. I've never tried to kill someone over a Tesla. So, like, why would I get mad? It's just funny.
Look, I get what he's saying. I do. But I think at the same time, it's kind of misunderstanding the point of satire in a way. His reasoning of like, well, of course I've never done that. Like, yeah, dude. It's making it hyperbolic. It's making it extreme to prove a point. That's satire, my guy. Now, look, if you want to take the same stance, that you can't give it too much wide, because at the end of the day, it's just its own thing that's meant to be entertaining in its own right, and the whole point of it is to kind of take the piss out of you. That's understandable. But to just say, well, I've never done that.
Lunchly, Prime Feastables, Beast Games, I don't know. Goodbye.
Yo, what's up? It's the Rizzler.
Yo!
I'm taking over for Logan. Now it's my show.
Yo! That was sick, dude. Fuck, that was cool. All right. That went longer than I was expecting.